The biggest thing in the NBA today, the potential debut of Luka Doncic. The Lakers are hosting the Jazz tonight in crypto, and Doncic was acquired for Anthony Davis just over a week ago. That shocked the entire world. Now the Lakers, they've been hitting their stride recently, winning 5 straight by an average of almost 19 points per game, including Sunday without LeBron, where the Pacers, Austin Reeves, y'all saw that? He dropped 45 in the win, so he was more than cooking. Brian, what are we going to learn tonight from Luka's debut? He is listed currently as probable.
Yeah, so I think this is going to happen. LeBron's upgraded to probable too. So I know that all of the focus is going to be on number 77 and number 23 because everybody is so attracted to how those two future Hall of Famers are going to play with each other. But I would just point out that I think the challenge for J.J. Redick is how Luka fits alongside Austin Reeves. And I know that that sounds wild, but Austin Reeves has demonstrated that when he has the ball, he can be awesome. LeBron has demonstrated he can play with a lot of different people. Austin Reeves is coming off of a 45-point, 7 rebound, 7 assist, 3 steal game. It was one of the most prolific games in Laker history. He's playing some of the best basketball of his life. One of the reasons that the Lakers are thriving in this recent stretch, even with Anthony Davis out and then traded and LeBron out, is because that Austin Reeves has been so awesome. So keep an eye on how number 15 fits inside the plan, because when Austin Reeves plays well, the Lakers typically win.
Yeah, based off of the numbers, there's kind of a low-key big three happening in Los Angeles. UD, what is your expectations for this duo when they finally hit the court?
Sacrifice. I'm expecting LeBron James to sacrifice, and he saw it firsthand with Dwayne Wade when he came to Miami. When Dwayne said, hey, this is your team, I'll figure it out. When you got a guy like Luka Doncic coming into your system, you want him to feel as comfortable as possible, get him to be his best version as quick as possible. LeBron James will sacrifice not only for him, but for Austin as well. He can get it done on any position on the basketball court. He wants those guys to be comfortable.
So we've been hearing that LeBron James is going to play off the ball for years now. He actually has a bit this year. Just in the last few months here, they've really let Austin Reeves run the offense and let him get them initiating their offense. Now they're going to have to let Luka Doncic do that. And I think it's a great comparison for you guys when Dwayne had to do that. And I think LeBron is in that stage now where he goes, okay, this is everything the Lakers have done has been for this to be Luka Doncic's team now. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard situation, but you're doing it for a superstar. You're doing it for another guy that you respect.
I mean, let's be clear here. There were so many nights where Dwayne Wade and LeBron James met over dinner, a steak and wine, trying to figure this thing out. It doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with the best player of that franchise sacrificing, making that other guy feel comfortable immediately.
Does he go down into the post then?
Oh, for sure. Sure. He can get it done anywhere. He definitely goes to that mid-post. He goes to the dunker. He says pick and rolls in a high screen. He can play off the ball in the corner if you want him to, cut to the basket on pick and rolls. He can do it all. He'll figure it out.
Now, the part where Luka has to sacrifice, though, is the Lakers have actually been playing excellent defense, even without Anthony defense. And I think that's the part where he's got to join into what they've been doing.
Yeah,
and if he gives effort, it works.
And there's no one tapped into the Lakers more than our own Dave McMenamin, who will be there tonight. Dave, what is the level of anticipation that they have ahead of Luka's potential debut tonight?
Well, today, just take a glimpse inside of Crypto.com arena right now, 8 hours or so to tip off. Every single seat has a gold number 77 Lakers uniform laid out for all the fans in attendance to really welcome this guy to town. And this is talking about a single name superstar added to the list of the LeBron and Kobe and Magic and Kareem, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he gives this team a chance to win now and in the future. It's certainly the deal that Rob Pelinka made 39 days before the trade deadline to get Dorian Finney-Smith. That was kind of the first domino to fall, to have this team change its playing style on the fly under head coach J.J. Redick. And we're going to get to see Luka and LeBron. Obviously, they're probable, but everyone's anticipating them being on the court together tonight.
Dave, a quick follow-up. You said a Lakers uniform. Is it a T-shirt or is it a uniform? Because if it's uniforms, they really invested in this man.
Jersey? Is it a jersey, right?
A jersey. I've never heard of a jersey before, but I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. Now, one potential jersey that is not going to be made, the Lakers trade for center Mark Williams was rescinded on Saturday night due to a failed physical. What more can you tell us about why that didn't happen and what impact that's going to have for the Lakers for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, that trade came together late Wednesday night. The trade call was on Thursday, the day of the deadline. And once the Lakers got a chance to look at Williams and evaluate him themselves through the physical process, they just saw things that caused them some concern, and they rescinded the deal. Now, I reported that Luka Doncic was consulted on the move to try to pursue Williams, and he handpicked him from a list of centers that the Lakers could go after. And Luka was explained by the Lakers front office afterwards why they had to rescind the deal from what they saw, and he understood it. And so, this is not necessarily something that any team would want or anticipate. It's a very rare thing to see a trade like this rescinded. A Lakers team source told me that there will be a pathway to find a center. They just have to work to find it. And they're going to have to work around the margins. Perhaps they waive someone like a Christian Wood or a Cam Reddish to open up a roster spot and then see what they can find on the buyout market. Or maybe they convert one of their two-way bigs, Christian Koloko, Trey Jemison III, and that guy could be that extra bulk to help Jackson Hayes and the Lakers go against teams like Houston and Memphis and Denver and Minnesota during a playoff run.
If you haven't already seen it, the Hornets released this statement saying, quote, "We are excited to welcome Mark back to our Hornets organization after the other team aggressively pursued Mark. We made the difficult decision to move him. We are thrilled to see him rejoin our roster, a dynamic presence at the starting center position." UD, have you ever seen anything like this happen before?
Somebody sound a little salty, don't they?
You think so?
A little salty.
Yeah.
A little salty. No, I've never seen nothing like this. I mean, we all know that in the NBA season, nobody's going to be 100%. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be bruises. You let things slip through the crack if you want a guy bad enough. So for me, the fact that they didn't push this through, understanding that this unlocks Luka times 10 offensively, and also they needed back rim protection as well, it had to be pretty serious for them not to let this go through. So I have to give Mark some grace. He might be really hurt, but I know as a team, the Lakers really wanted this to go through, and I've never seen this happen before. I've never seen this happen before.
I was standing in the parking lot back in 2011 when this happened to Lamar Odom and Chris Paul and Pau Gasol in that trade. The Lakers had traded for Chris Paul, right? And then that got vetoed by the commissioner. Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol knew they were in that trade. Lamar Odom drove into the facility, asked for a trade. Mitch Kupchak said, okay, we'll try to move you. Pau Gasol went through practice and was really never the same guy for the Lakers.
Man.
Once you know somebody's trying to trade you or has traded you, it's a different experience. And it's hard to put the cap back on that ball, right?
Yeah.
But these are young guys. This is a business. Everybody kind of understands what happened here is that once they really did their due diligence on examining him, they didn't feel comfortable with him moving forward, of course, because of what they gave up. And, of course, because of the amount of money they'd have to pay him.
So now moving forward, Brian, what are the Lakers going to do? What are they looking to do at the center position?
Their roster is now just really badly imbalanced. They have terrific guards and ball handlers. You want to call LeBron a guard, whatever. He's a perimeter player. And their center position is just weak. Jackson Hayes, he's a great athlete, but he's a career backup. He's right now their starter. And right now their backups are Trey Jemison and Christian Koloko, who are two-way players. Christian Wood has missed the entire season with a knee injury. Maxi Kleber has a broken foot. So those guys are on the roster, but they're not. You can't expect anything of them. They can play their power forwards a little bit at center, Rui Hachimura and Jared Vanderbilt, but they'll be terribly undersized. They can get some sort of Hail Mary buyout situation, but a player is not going to be released by a team who's a significant player at this point. They are going to be out of balance now. And really, what they would have to lean into is, one, dominating on the perimeter. That's J.J. Redick's job to get the most out of that, especially defensively. And secondly, hope that the playoff matchup that they draw isn't a giant team. There are some of them in the West where it will be a big problem, by the way, including the Mavericks, which the injury to Anthony Davis might dim that a little bit. And there are other teams where they might be able to manage a little bit better. But we know how badly the Lakers wanted a center. We don't have to worry about them saying it because they traded so much to get Mark Williams. That is an indication of how badly they knew they needed it, and now they don't have him.